did some reviews जो आपने पढ़ा है अभी तक का उसका.
Okay.
So जो पढ़ा है उसके तो आंसर्स मेरे को एक बार में क्लिक हो गए थे. जो नया है ऑब्वियसली
हाँ.
उसके तो नहीं आए. उसके ना मैंने गो थ्रू किया था बट इसमें बहुत कॉम्पैक्ट है. ऑब्वियसली जो दूसरी बुक है इसमें काफी सारा मटेरियल है. इसमें कम मटेरियल है बट काफी बेटर लग रहा है.
Exactly.
बट सर वो बुक और ये बुक दोनों सेम ही साइज की थी.
No, no. This is around, plus that is only half of the book. That is part 1. The whole book is part 1. There are 2 parts of that book.
ओके.
वो दोनों पार्ट को मिला के ये उसका सर्टिफिकेशन रिव्यू बना है. Right. So what we'll do today, we will again, as far as review is concerned, skim through everything till the respiratory system.
ठीक है.
Right.
So we'll go through this book.
Now this is our book that we need to go through.
ठीक है.
Once we cover this book, we are done.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Okay, so we'll start from page 1. Introduction से start कर.
Gross anatomy can be learned as regional or topographic anatomy, organized according to region, parts, and division of the body. Can be learned as systematic anatomy, organized according to organ system, respiratory system, nervous system. This chapter uses the systematic anatomy approach, means the second one, okay, and it discusses the anatomy of following systems like skeleton, muscular, cardiovascular, and respiratory.
Perfect.
Biomechanic is a field of study concerned with the principle of physics related to energy and force as they apply to the human body is discussed in the chapter, okay. The specific movements and activities. Orientation is proximal, distal, okay. Body planes बता रखे हैं. Sagittal, frontal, transverse. These planes can be applied to the whole body and to the parts of the body. These body have 3 axes: mediolateral, antero-posterior axis, and longitudinal axis.
Yeah. So now the axes are again, they are perpendicular to the plane.
मतलब axes are the movements.
No. So
no.
Okay. Now what have we studied so far is, now ये plane है. अगर इसी position में, in respect to my body which is in the position right now, this plane becomes which plane?
Frontal plane.
Yes, exactly, right. Now frontal plane में एक आप example दो movement का.
Leg raises? No.
Leg raises.
No, I guess.
So plane versus movement कैसा होता है? Plane is this. Yes, perfect. You're on the right track. Yes.
So it's
now,
going this.
हाँ, तो ये जो आपका left hand है, that is the plane.
That is the plane,
हाँ,
and it's going this way or this way.
perfect. So like this, like this, like
So
this,
I
like
think
this.
so lateral raises.
Exactly. Lateral raises becomes frontal plane movement, right?
Frontal.
Now, axis in compared to that, this becomes the axis. Can you see it?
Okay.
Like this. This becomes the axis. So आपने अभी जो movement किया, right, which is lateral raise,
ये axis में हाँ.
right? So it worked on this axis. Why? How can we say it worked on this axis? Is because अगर ये एक्सिस पे हम जैसे कि प्रोपेलर जैसा रखे, प्लेन के प्रोपेलर जैसा, तो ये एक्सिस गोल 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 घूमेगा इन दिस डायरेक्शन, सो ये प्रोपेलर भी घूमेगा, राइट? सो एक्सिस आर परपेंडिकुलर टू द प्लेन, राइट?
Okay.
ओके, लेट्स मूव ऑन. हाँ, तो विच आर द थ्री एक्सिस?
Mediolateral, anterior, posterior, and longitudinal. Longitudinal.
Okay, so mediolateral axis is perpendicular to which plane?
Sagittal plane. Anterior,
Yeah.
posterior is frontal, and longitudinal is transverse plane.
Okay, so this is mediolateral axis. You can see the axis. And you can see why it's mediolateral.
Because it is in a sagittal plane.
No, it crosses the sagittal plane. But why is it mediolateral? Because the axis moves from medial to lateral or medial to lateral.
Okay.
Right? Medial to lateral or medial to lateral. Right? Then we come to frontal plane. Right? Now frontal plane में axis है anterior posterior. Why?
Anterior posterior.
Because
आगे and पीछे, हाँ.
Anterior
backside
posterior.
and front. Anterior posterior.
And transverse plane में it's horizontal. Right?
Right. Up, down.
Got it? Okay. Okay, movements. Quickly movements.
Flexion is a movement that decreases the joint angle. ठीक है. It occurs in the sagittal plane around the mediolateral axis. Extension, a movement opposite to the flexion, increases the joint angle. It occurs in the sagittal plane around the mediolateral axis. Adduction is movement towards the midline of the body in the frontal plane around an anterior posterior axis. Abduction is a movement away from the midline of the body in a frontal plane. Rotation is a movement around the longitudinal axis in the transverse plane. Circumduction is a combination of flexion, extension, abduction, adduction. Okay. सर जैसे मतलब कौन सा मूवमेंट हो गया जिसमें फ्लेक्शन, एक्सटेंशन, abduction, adduction. The segment moving in circumduction.
Circumduction is this movement. Sorry, पूरा हाथ ही.
अच्छा.
जिसमें flexion, extension, abduction, adduction.
Okay, extension, flexion. Okay. Pronation is rotational movement at the radio-ulnar joints in the transverse planes about a longitudinal axis. Supination is a rotational movement at the radio-ulnar joint in the transverse around the resultant palm facing upward. Okay. Plantar flexion is a extension at the ankle joint. Dorsiflexion is a flexion at the ankle joint. Eversion is turning the sole of the foot away from the midline, and inversion is a turning the sole of the foot towards the midline.
इसमें आपको कौन सी मूवमेंट ऐसी है जो आपको नहीं पता चली? एक मिनट, आई थिंक somebody is at my door. Somebody is, I don't know. Okay, yeah. So first question, कौन सी
Okay.
मूवमेंट पता ना चली? Second question, जिस in this they have related movement with axis and plane. उसमें if you have any confusion, these two questions we need to solve.
Sir, ये plantar flexion is a ankle. This is a ankle. So downwards. So downwards is plantar flexion, right?
Yes.
And flexion is ऊपर side अगर ankle करेंगे तो.
Plantar flexion is downwards and dorsiflexion is upwards.
So this is नहीं, ये plantar flexion है, ये flexion, ये वो है dorsiflexion, right?
Yes, yes. Now plantar flexion, अगर आपको याद रखना है कि plantar flexion कौन सा है, you have to refer to the English dictionary and remember the word plant. To plant something is चिपकाना. Plant a slap on his face, you know. So to plant something is चिपकाना. Plant your foot on the ground.
Okay.
Right, but putting a foot and planting a foot has a different why they are two different words, because to plant something means to put it in a very rigid way. Right, and usually when we put our foot down, we don't just put a foot down lightly jahan bhi jayega. We have to plant it so that our body, which is the legs, is propelling our body, jis apne leg ke upar jo body hai wo out of balance na ho jaye. That's why usually we plant the foot, we don't put the foot.
Put the foot, okay. सर मुझे pronation भी बता देना एक बार.
Okay, so this is pronation, this is supination. So when your palm is going down, it's pronation. When your palm is going up, it's supination. S-U-P.
सर जैसे leg pronation होता है.
Leg का eversion inversion होता है. हाँ, foot का eversion inversion होता है. Eversion यानी foot आपका बाहर जाएगा, inversion यानी foot आपका अंदर आएगा.
नहीं, जैसे सर अपन कोई भी शू खरीदने जाते हैं तो वो वही पूछते हैं कि आपका फुट किस उसमें, मतलब प्रोनेशन है या फिर
so we can use the same theory for our leg as well, but usually in terms of exercise, in terms of medicine, foot के लिए eversion inversion use होता है और palm के लिए supination pronation use होता है. So you understood what is supination?
ठीक है.
Right, you understood what is eversion and inversion. तो inversion is simple, पैर अंदर आ रहा है, right? ये पैर है आपका, ये आपका एंकल है, तो अंदर आ रहा है, तो inversion.
अंदर के साइड.
No, ऐसे? No, like this.
Okay.
It's like this. So show you. So this is the foot, right?
हाँ.
This is eversion. So if you see from the front, this is eversion and this is this is eversion, this is inversion.
हाँ.
जब यूं मुड़ता है ये.
तो सर जैसे जब शू भी, हाँ, तो अपन जैसे फ्लैट फुट और जो शू के लिए जब भी स्टडी करते हैं तो कैसे स्टडी करेंगे कि जैसे कई लोगों का फुट इनसाइड है, इन्वर्जन है.
हाँ.
तो और फ्लैट फुट और नॉर्मल फुट में भी तो एक होता है.
Yes, so we'll come to that. That will come when we study biomechanics, and in which we'll come to learn about gait pattern. What is gait pattern? Gait is basically how a human body moves. Right? So when we study the normal gait and a few abnormal gaits, नॉर्मल गेट यानी हम जो नॉर्मली चलते हैं, एबनॉर्मल गेट यानी लेट्स से कोई लंगड़ा के चल रहा है तो वो एक एबनॉर्मल गेट हो गया. तो गेट इज अ प्रोसेस ऑफ वॉकिंग.
ओके,
राइट. तो हम नॉर्मल गेट
मतलब हाँ, कई लोग बहुत ही वाइड लेग करके चलते हैं. एबनॉर्मल. ओके, ठीक है. तो उसके बाद है स्केलेटन सिस्टम. एक्सियल स्केलेटन.
सेकंड क्वेश्चन, जो मूवमेंट है वो मूवमेंट के रिलेशन में उन लोग ने प्लेन और एक्सिस मेंशन किया. राइट. नाउ आई वांट, विदाउट लुकिंग आई विल गिव यू a movement. You tell me the planes and axis.
Oh, ठीक है.
Right. So flexion, extension, which plane, which axis?
Flexion, extension, knee flexion, extension.
knee का करो,
अच्छा,
elbow
प्लेन
का
और हाँ, मैं किसी का करो तो प्लेन और एक्सिस बना है को.
हाँ.
ओके. ट्रांसवर्स प्लेन ही तो हुआ सर.
फ्लेक्शन, एक्सटेंशन. डू इट. एक मिनट, आपका वॉइस है ना क्रैक हो रहा है. एक सेकंड. आई थिंक यू लूजिंग द इंटरनेट. और एम आई लूजिंग? हाँ, नाउ यू आर बैक. ओके, डू फ्लेक्शन, एक्सटेंशन.
एक सेकंड. हाँ, sorry. Flexion extension is this sagittal plane, right?
Exactly.
Sagittal plane is mediolateral axis.
Perfect. Okay. Now, what about, let's say, trunk rotation?
Trunk is waist rotation. Okay. Frontal plane.
You want to try and do it and see how it works?
हाँ,
आप करके ट्राई करो ट्रंक रोटेशन, तो आपको इजी आइडिया आ जाएगा.
like movement is going back and आगे जाएगा. जब ऐसे जाएगा नहीं, ऐसे तो नहीं जाएगा. ऐसे सर, ये भी सजाइटल नहीं हो गया
आपके सेकंड हैंड और क्लॉक. You have to imagine again second hand clock.
See,
so that is the clock. Your hand is the
trunk
clock.
root.
No, forget the
my
trunk
hand is a clock.
And that is the second hand
and this
that
is,
you holding the pen.
That is a movement.
So you seen a pen moving or a second hand moving from the watch like that?
No. Okay. पता नहीं सर, बहुत मतलब ये मतलब बहुत टाइम लग रहा है मुझे इसमें.
हाँ, इट्स
कुछ
ओके.
आ जा रहा है.
अभी तो आप स्टार्ट कर रहे हो. दैट्स ओके. तो अब आपने देख लिया कि आपका जो पेन आप जिस तरीके से रोटेट कर रहे थे, राइट, दैट बिकम्स द this is the trunk rotation movement, right?
This is the trunk rotation.
तो अगर this is the second hand, then where is the face of the watch or the clock?
सर ये ऐसे ही तो मूव होगा, तो यही तो प्लेन हो गया। नहीं सर, ये फ्रंटल प्लेन होगा, ये ऐसे मूव होगा ना।
ट्रंक रोटेशन
सो
आपका
ये
कैसे होता है?
आगे पीछे, लाइक बैक फ्रंट।
हाँ, so we have established one thing which is true, which is trunk rotation happens like this. Now all you gotta establish is
सर
where is
आप
going
मुझे
to.
एक चीज बताओ,
हाँ,
आप मुझे एक चीज बताओ, जैसे अगर मूवमेंट पता चल जाता है कि आगे पीछे हो रहा है, तो उससे प्लेन पता चल ही
कोरिलेट
जाएगा।
करना, yes.
हाँ, तो अगर आगे पीछे प्लेन हो रहा है, आगे पीछे मूवमेंट हो रहा है, तो कौन सा प्लेन है, तो मैं वैसे ही गेस कर लेती हूँ ना।
आगे पीछे कैसे मूवमेंट होगा? So if I say trunk rotation, so trunk rotation happens like this,
हाँ
right?
हाँ
Now my hand is clock hand, it's moving like this,
हाँ
right? So clock moving like this,
हाँ हाँ।
right? Now where is the face of the clock if my hand is moving like this?
डाउनवर्ड्स।
आप
नो,
पेन को क्लॉक के हैंड की तरह मूव करो और देखो कैसे आ रहा है।
ये ऐसे है ना सर?
अभी तो हटा दो, हाथ हटा दो आपका, अभी प्लेन हटा दो। हाँ, अभी क्लॉक के हैंड का मूवमेंट करो पेन के साथ। हाँ, अभी प्लेन हटा दो पीछे से। हाँ, अब पेन से ट्रंक रोटेशन करो। ये हाँ, दिस इज ट्रंक रोटेशन। अब like a hand it's
हाँ
moving, so now where is the face of the clock? Try it in all three planes, see which one works.
हाँ। सर
It's working.
I think this one. Sir, sagittal plane. Sure, sagittal plane.
So sagittal plane
तो वो
is a
कोई प्लेन समझ आ रहा है सब।
तीन प्लेन ट्राई करो ना। sagittal plane आपने ट्राई किया, right? Which is the next plane? Yo. Back. Let's try all three planes. So first you tried sagittal plane.
Okay, so the trunk is moving like this. Sagittal is this plane. ठीक है? Frontal is this plane. And transverse is this plane.
So hand moving
So,
on what?
oh, transverse.
Right? So whenever you're
Transverse
confused, try all three planes and see. Right? So now
ठीक है।
transverse plane में trunk rotation हो रहा है, तो axis कौन सा है?
Longitudinal.
Perfect. Right? Super. Okay.
सर थोड़ा आगे मूव करते हैं, थोड़ा ऐसे
हाँ.
में अटक जाएंगे। चलो।
Okay. चलो. Skeletal system.
Exoskeleton includes the bone of the skull, vertebral column, ribs and sternum. ठीक है? सर ये सब पढ़ना है, skull, spine,
Yeah.
ribs.
Hmm.
Okay. Skull, of the 29 bones of the skull, the most significant in terms of exercise testing is the mandible, which may serve as an oriental landmark of palpating the carotid artery and axis pulse.
अच्छा, अब
Spine, also
मैंडिबल कौन सा है?
called the
Which one is the mandible?
मतलब
Let
which one
me.
is the mandible मतलब?
इसमें उन्होंने बताया ना कि मैंडिबल बोन is one of the important bones as far as concerned. Okay, read it again. The mandible bone.
Which serve as an orienting landmark of palpating the carotid artery to access pulse.
Okay. What serve as a landmark?
Skull.
No. ऐसा कहाँ बोला?
Landmark of palpating the
फिर से रीड
carotid
करो
artery.
स्कल का फिर से रीड करो.
Skull, of the 29 bones of the skull, the most significant in exercise testing is the mandible. Okay. Which may serve as an orienting landmark of palpating. सर ये मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आया. Landmark of palpating the carotid artery to access pulse.
हाँ. So first thing they are saying is skull. So skull में total 29 bones है.
बोन्स
Right?
होती है, उसमें से सबसे सिग्निफिकेंट है फॉर एक्सरसाइज इज मैंडिबल.
Yeah. So this is mandible. Can you see?
ओके.
Right?
जॉ
So
लाइन.
not jaw line. This is the jaw bone. The
जॉ
whole
बोन.
bone.
ओके.
ये जो bone है आपका पूरा.
हम्म.
So that is significant. Why? Because it serves as a landmark. Landmark यानी okay. अब आपको किसी को मेरे घर पे भेजना है तो आप क्या लैंडमार्क दोगे?
जीप शोरूम.
राइट. सिमिलरली अगर मेरे को किसी को बताना है कि भाई मैंडिबल आर्टरी को पहले पाल्पेट करो. लेट्स से देयर इज एन इमरजेंसी एंड समबडी इज कॉलिंग मी and I'm the only medical professional available. So the person says I don't know what is happening to him. So I'm going to say, you know what, जॉ बोन को लो और जॉ बोन के नीचे आपका फिंगर रखो, हाथ रखो, and you will able to feel the pulse.
ओके. हाँ.
Right. So jawbone or the mandible serves as an landmark, right,
ओके.
for palpating the carotid artery. Right.
ठीक
Now
है.
a GK about carotid artery is what happened was what scientists have noticed is what makes us a significant species as a top of the food chain is this particular artery. Now, why this particular artery makes us so different from other animals, other vertebrates, as we can say, vertebrates like chimpanzees and dogs and cats and camels and whatnot, horses and all. So what they noticed one common factor between all the others and what differentiates us was that we have internal carotid artery and external carotid artery. Now all the animals have internal carotid artery and external carotid artery. The carotid artery is the main artery, and then here it branches out into two, internal and external. Now internal carotid artery goes to the brain and external carotid artery goes to our face, right, similar to animals. But during some point in history, probably some million years ago, there was something that led us to use our brain more. What? I don't think anybody can probably say. Many people debate it's the probably somebody saw a log rolling down, so invention of the wheel, or somebody saw fire and ate the cooked food. So invention of cooked food. What led us to evolve here? We don't know. But because of that, what happened was our carotid artery, which goes towards the brain, it grew significantly larger than the carotid artery that goes to our face. It is significantly smaller, right? Because our face does not need so much of blood supply as much as our brain does. Whereas in other vertebrates, it's opposite. The brain wala carotid artery is smaller, and the face wala vertebral artery is bigger, because their face does more function of chewing, eating, biting, shouting, screaming, right? We don't do that much of our face function, right? So that was just out of the topic. GK something.
Then spine. Spine, also called as vertebral column. The spine serves the main axial support of the body. ठीक है. Vertebrae.
आप अगर इसमें देख सकते हो तो this is the vertebral column. This whole thing from here to here is vertebral column. Okay.
The human spine only has 33 vertebrae. मतलब वो जो lines are 33.
हाँ. So this block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total here to here are 33.
7 cervical, 12 thoracic, and 5 lumbar, and 5 sacral lumbar.
Sacral.
So 7 cervical.
So let's look at the cervical one. So if you can see here, cervical, because it's cervical, we can code name it as C. So C1 to C7. Right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cervical.
Okay. It's here from here.
But no, not there.
Neck हो गया ना sir, neck basically.
But from here to here.
Okay.
Right?
Jawline. Okay. 12 thoracic. Thoracic
Let's
means
look at thoracic.
From here.
Not from there.
Okay.
From here. Sure. Thoracic. Let's look at thoracic. Okay. So we have 7 cervical, 8 thoracic. Right? So
12.
How many we have? 12 thoracic? Yes, 12 thoracic. Right?
सर यही तो बोला था मैंने, कॉलर बोन से लेकर रिब्स तक.
लेकिन वहां से वहां तक नहीं, यहाँ से यहाँ तक. आगे से we cannot say vertebrae, never, or cannot show, because vertebrae are not in the interior part of the body, they're in the posterior part of the body.
Posterior. ठीक है. 5 lumbar and 5 sacral.
Here you can see 5 lumbar, and here you can see 5 sacral. Sacral. Right. So cervical, thoracic, lumbar, and sacral. 4. So cervical means gardan. Thoracic means अपना thoracic cavity, which is the thoracic cage.
पूरा full cavity.
Lumbar यानी lumbar तो हमें पता है, lumbar support, lumbar arch. Right. And sacral यानी उसके नीचे.
Lower. ठीक है. Intervertebral disc. The intervertebral disc is a round, flat, and plate-like structure composed to fibrocartilaginous tissue.
Okay.
The outer fibrocartilaginous portion of the disc is the annulus fibrous. The inner gelatinous portion is the nucleus pulposus. And सर ये सब पढ़ना जरूरी है क्या?
हाँ
अजीब से
फास्ट
ही
फास्ट
नाम है।
फास्ट अजीब से नाम है
डिस्क
जिस आपको स्टार्टिंग में लगे।
डिस्क यूनाइट द vertebral bodies and serve to absorb shock and bear weight.
Now you can see here the intervertebral disc. अगर इंटरवर्टिब्रल डिस्क को अगर हम ऐसे ये जो व्यू है आपका ऐसा व्यू है राइट, अगर ये व्यू को हम यूं ऊपर से देखेंगे ऊपर से राइट टॉप व्यू, तो यू विल सी टॉप व्यू में देयर आर टू लेयर्स. फर्स्ट inner layer is what they said, the inner layer is nucleus pulposus, right, because it's in the center, so it's the nucleus, and pulposus yani it's like a pulp, right. An external layer is known as, the external layer is annulus fibrosus. So annulus yani it's like a ring,
And this
annulus, right, and fibrosus means it's like fibers. So inner is nucleus pulposus and outer is annulus fibrosus.
Less fibrous.
Yes.
Disc unite the vertebral bodies and serve to absorb shock and bear weight.
That I think the image is also, you can see in the image, right, that it not only bears weight but it also absorbs shock because it's soft. So like a spring, when we jump it absorbs shock, right, and that is why
जब स्लिप डिस्क होता है तो ये जो डिस्क है वो उसके पोजीशन से हट जाती है, राइट?
Exactly. And in most of the cases it goes which direction? Towards this direction.
Medial.
No, this is a side view that you're looking at. So it cannot be medial. You're looking from the side. So I'm saying this side. So आप ये पोजीशन में नहीं देख रहे हो,
मैं फ्रंट पोजीशन में नहीं देख रही हूँ, मैं साइड पोजीशन में देख रही हूँ. तो साइड पोजीशन में दिस साइड.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली. तो कौन सी साइड हुई?
लेफ्ट साइड. मतलब अगर कैसे,
ये कौन सी पोजीशन है? ये कौन सी पोजीशन से आप देख रहे हो ये स्केलेटन को?
फ्रंट.
Back.
I mean back.
Because you can see the scapula here.
Back.
You're looking at the back, right? Now, if it moves this side, so which side it is? अगर ये इधर से चीज इस तरफ मूव होती है,
इधर इस तरफ. हाँ तो सर मतलब कोई पर्टिकुलर वर्ड, मतलब इफ
नहीं राइट लेफ्ट फ्रंट बैक.
राइट साइड.
हाँ राइट साइड. अब इसको साइड वेज कर दो, आप इधर से देख रहे हो, इधर से, ठीक है?
हाँ
तो
ठीक है,
ये डायरेक्शन हुआ और ये डायरेक्शन हुआ. तो आप अगर इसको ये डायरेक्शन से देख रहे हो, ये डायरेक्शन से देख रहे हो साइड वे से, तो ये आइदर ये कौन सा हुआ, ये दोनों डायरेक्शन कौन से हुए? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, which two directions are these? There are 4 directions, right? Which 4?
Up, down, left, right directions.
Up, or 2. 6 total. Up, down, left, right. So in
diagonal.
The body you have, you have up, you have down, you have left, you have right, and you have this and this.
Okay, yes.
Right, this and this. So up के लिए कौन सा मेडिकल वर्ड है? up के लिए अच्छा, साइड के लिए we've just gone through the terms, no? Terms देख लो एक बार. Just
एक सेकंड. हाँ मतलब ओरिएंटेशन में देख लो.
हाँ
ओके.
तो आप
सर मतलब ये तो मुझे पता था कि आप up is अगर एक पॉइंट से देखते हैं तो
मेडिकल लैंग्वेज में up क्या है?
डिस्टल अवे हो गया ना सर?
Up, not
एक
away.
सेकेंड inferior is lower than the feet, anterior is towards the front, posterior is towards the back. ये तो पता है, nearest तो सब मेरे को ये सब पता है, बट आप जो बोल रहे हो आप मेरे को ये नहीं पता ना कि जैसे इसमें लिखा हुआ है proximal is nearest to the body center,
हाँ,
बट
तो
लेफ्ट और राइट का
बॉडी सेंटर से अगर हम ऊपर जा रहे हैं,
हाँ
राइट, तो कौन सा टर्म है?
अवे हो गया, वो तो बॉडी सेंटर से डिस्टल हो गया ना?
नो
सर अवे फ्रॉम द बॉडी सेंटर डिस्टल लिखा हुआ है।
तो आगे तो बढ़ो।
नियरेस्ट टू सुपीरियर इज अबव टुवर्ड्स द हेड।
सो फ्रॉम हियर वी आर गोइंग अप, सो कौन सा टर्म हुआ?
सुपीरियर।
Yes.
Inferior.
Yes. Then this is?
Okay.
This is?
This is towards the front and towards the back.
Which is?
Anterior and posterior.
Exactly. So, this disc, right now, if we are looking at in the side direction, from the sideway, right? So, this is the nose of the person, right? This is the nose, right? So, ये हुआ front उसका. अब ये हुआ उसका side, right? So, we are looking at the disc in this. So, this direction and this direction कौन सा हुआ?
So, अच्छा ये nose हुआ, तो ये back side हो गया ना उसका, posterior angle. Posterior हो गया ये. तो disc is going this side, right?
All I want to know is which direction is this?
ठीक है.
If this is that, ये दोनों direction कौन सी है? This and this. ये direction कौन सी है?
Away from the.
So this is the nose.
Sir, body center से अगर करे तो away from the nose is distal.
Away कहाँ से nose से? See. Now you see the nose. If I put this as a nose, right? तो ये आपका face हो गया front. और इसको मैंने यूं कर दिया. तो हमने अभी ये एक्शन कौन सा एक्शन था?
सर ये मीडियल और आप लेटरल की बात कर रहे हो?
अभी हमने मीडियल just a few seconds ago we said this and this is what? This and this is what? पीछे
this
और आगे.
This is what posterior and anterior.
हाँ, so ये मेरा नोज है, अगर ये और ये जा रहा है तो ये हुआ. अगर मेरा नोज ऐसे टर्न हो गया, राइट?
टर्न है, हाँ.
ये दो डायरेक्शन
तो ये
कौन से
इस साइड जा रहा है. हाँ.
तो कौन सा हुआ? दिस एंड दिस.
सर ये तो वो मीडियल और लेटरली तो हो गया ना? नहीं,
ये मेरा नोज है, राइट? एंड वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस डायरेक्शन, दिस एंड दिस, राइट?
इंटीरियर पोस्टीरियर.
हाँ,
मैं आपको बताती हूँ अभी फ्रंट. हाँ.
एंड दिस डायरेक्शन कौन सा हुआ?
ये डायरेक्शन कौन से हुआ?
Again, this direction is which one?
Anterior, posterior.
Now this direction is which one?
Anterior, posterior.
Exactly. Right?
Okay.
So this spine is, अब ये spine का ये direction कौन सा हुआ? This
anterior, posterior.
Exactly. Right? And then the next question comes that this direction is which one?
Posterior.
Image में. Why would you say
image में जहाँ पे एक सेकेंड एरो करो एक बार.
हाँ, जिस तरफ वो ये वर्टिब्रल डिस्क लिखा हुआ है, ये तरफ
लिखा हुआ है वो एंटीरियर हो गया। अगर नोज इस साइड है तो एंटीरियर इज आगे की साइड, फ्रंट साइड।
हाँ, सो आपका ये जो एरिया है, कैन यू फील दिस एरिया? कैन यू फील दिस एरिया ऑन योर बैक?
नहीं,
okay,
I can
on your spine
feel
here,
the
on your spine here, can you feel it?
फील कैसे होगा सर एग्जैक्टली? मतलब
ये जो बोन है,
ये तो बोन है, ये तो मैंने
हाँ,
हाँ, ये तो आई
ये
कैन
जो
फील।
बोन है ना, that is this bone, that is this part, that is this part,
ओके
right? So this, ये अंदर की बॉडी के टुवर्ड्स द मिड लाइन नहीं है, ये अवे फ्रॉम द मिड लाइन है. सो दिस इज योर स्पाइन, और इधर आपके वर्टिब्रास, एंड दिस इज योर हार्ट. हियर इज योर
Okay.
हार्ट एंड हियर आर योर लंग्स, राइट? सो दिस डायरेक्शन नाउ बिकम्स
posterior.
exactly. So this disc usually moves in
posterior
yes.
direction.
हाँ, why? Because ये जो स्पाइन है उसके ओरिएंटेशन में अगर मैं आता हूँ, राइट, ये स्पाइन, ये मेरा ओरिएंटेशन, राइट, यू कैन सी, राइट. तो ये पीछे हुआ, ये पीछे, ये भी पीछे जा रहा है, राइट. एंड इफ आई बेंड लाइक दिस स्पाइन विल आल्सो बेंड
तो
लाइक
भी
दिस.
पीछे जा रहा है।
हाँ, सो इफ आई बेंड लाइक दिस, ये पीछे की तरफ पुश हो जाता है, क्योंकि इट्स लाइक बर्गर. अगर आप यहाँ से बाइट करोगे तो वो पैटी पीछे जाएगी, राइट. सो दैट इज व्हाई यूजुअली when we are lifting weights, it is said, do not bend your back, because the weight itself will bend your spine with beyond control sometimes, and that is when, if you're bending your spine like this, right, if you're bending your spine like this, the patty will be pushed back, right? Okay, so we have learned the spine, right? Now intervertebral disc we have learned. Okay, now let's go
adult. Adult vertebral column. The adult vertebral column has four major curvatures in the sagittal plane. The normal spine curve in the sagittal plane are present in the major region of the vertebral column. The curve of the thoracic and the sacral regions are defined as kyphosis because the convexity of the curve is posteriorly directed. These are the primary curves because they retain the same directional curvature as the spine in the fetus. The curve of the cervical and lumbar regions are defined as the lordosis because the convexity of the curve is an anteriorly directed. These are secondary curve because they developed after birth as the infant progressed the weight bearing. Third, commonly found abnormal curves in the sagittal plane include hyper सारे words कितने सारे तो वर्ड्स पढ़ के मेरा मन नहीं होता पढ़ने का। हाँ तो कितने सारे वर्ड्स है। एंड हाइपर
lordosis, right? Okay, so before we get into this, let's understand the normal curves of the spine. Now where there are two types of curves of the spine. Which are the two types? Main one is primary and one is secondary, right? Why primary is called primary?
Because they retain the same directional curvature as the spine in the fetus.
Perfect, right? Now what does that mean?
Sir, it means कि fetus fetus का भी जो spine होता है, I mean मुझे जो समझ आ रहा है कि जो सेकेंडरी कर्व होता है उसका जो स्पाइन होता है वो जब बच्चा बढ़ता है, जिसका वेट बढ़ता है तो वो प्रोग्रेस होता है, और जो ये प्राइमरी कर्व है वो एज इट इज ही रहता है, वो बढ़ता नहीं है। जो फीटस में रहेगा वही नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है।
नहीं। ओके, पहले प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी में आपको समझाता हूँ। पहले कर्व्स देख लेते हैं कौन से, राइट? सर्वाइकल कर्व, थोरैसिक कर्व एंड लंबर कर्व, राइट? और 4 कौन से? सर्वाइकल, थोरैसिक, लंबर एंड सेक्रल कर्व, राइट? यू कैन सी इन द इमेज। अब क्या कहा इसमें? द कर्व्स ऑफ द thoracic and the sacral region are defined as kyphosis, यानी thoracic यानी ये कर्व, राइट? दिस कर्व। So this is
मुझे आपका एरो नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है।
एरो नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है?
नहीं।
Okay, I am on the image. You can see the image here on the right hand side of the screen maybe.
अच्छा, एक्चुअली वो अपन आपका और मेरा वीडियो था उस पे, ठीक है।
अच्छा, now you can see.
हाँ,
right? Now this shape is called kyphosis, right?
Okay.
Why? Because it is concave this way. It's an inverted C. It's an inverted C. हम C जिस तरीके से लिखते हैं वो उल्टा लिखते हैं, right? So the thoracic, the thoracic and sacral, the thoracic and sacral are kyphosis. They are known as kyphotic curve.
ठीक है,
right? Then primary में आपको बाद में समझाता हूँ. The curve of the cervical and lumbar, यानी cervical and lumbar are known as lordotic curve.
cervical and lumbar, okay.
cervical ये हुआ और lumbar ये हुआ, तो ये जो शेप बनाते हैं वो अपने जैसे C लिखते हैं ना, ऐसा शेप बनाते हैं, रेगुलर C जैसा, right? So this becomes lordotic and this becomes kyphotic. So there are two curves, one is lordotic and one is kyphotic.
Kyphotic.
Now which one makes the C?
Which one makes the C is lordosis.
Lordotic makes the C, and which one makes the inverted C?
Kyphosis.
Kyphosis. Now in the abnormal curve, that they say that, okay, now we are looking at this body in which plane? We are looking at this body in which plane?
Sagittal plane.
Why?
Is it?
Because sagittal plane divides the body into
two parts.
Which one?
Front and back. Side, right side and left side.
Right. So अगर ये आपका body है,
frontal right plane, frontal plane, sir.
Wait. ये आपका body है. Sagittal plane divides your body into right and left. Now I am looking at my body. This I am looking at this image is looking at the body in this side.
अगर मुझे अगर मुझे
ये कौन सा प्लेन हुआ?
ये पोर्शन देखना है सब फ्रंट एंड बैक हो गया ना?
ये this plane divides the body into which side?
Two sides, left and right.
So this plane becomes
same.
Which?
Sagittal.
Exactly. So you're looking at the image in which plane?
Sagittal.
Exactly. Right? So that's why they keep saying, even in the book, that normal spinal curve in the sagittal plane. So we are looking at the curve in the sagittal plane.
Okay.
Right? And Then there are two, lordotic and kyphotic. The lordotic curve
Makes the C and kyphotic curve makes the inverted C.
yeah,
Okay, sir.
right? Okay, now let's look at hyperkyphosis. What is hyperkyphosis? Hyperkyphosis yani, let's say ये जो आपका है ये कौन सा कर्व हुआ?
This is inverted C. नहीं, this is एक second. No, sir.
Normal C. This is normal C,
normal
right?
C है.
So this
हाँ,
is
normal C is lambosis.
normal C is
Lordosis.
Lordosis, right? So when you do this becomes more than normal. So hyper.
abnormal हो गया.
हाँ. So hyperlordosis.
Lordosis.
Hyperlordosis.
Okay.
Right now we have here kyphosis.
Inverted kyphosis.
So if you do it more,
Hyperkyphosis.
hyperkyphosis. Now this is lordosis.
Lordosis.
What happens when the lordosis becomes like this? Hypo यानी less. Lordosis से वो कम हो गया यानी hypolordosis.
Hypo.
या hypokyphosis, right? So it says that includes hyperkyphosis and hyperlordosis. Right? So hyper भी होता है, hypo भी होता है. Hypo यानी कम, hyper यानी ज्यादा. ये कर्व अगर नॉर्मल से ज्यादा हो जाए तो हाइपर बोलते हैं, either lordosis या kyphosis. Got it?
Yes.
Right? So curves of the spine you got. Now, then the question is, what is primary and what is secondary? So what happens is, in the fetal position, this cervical spine is not like this. Cervical spine is like this.
Okay.
So rather than making an S like this, it is a complete C. This is also like this. Inverted C. This is also like this. Inverted C. This is also inverted C. So lumbar और cervical spine जो regular C में है, ये, right? जब fetal position होता है तब ये position है. पूरी spine एक बड़ा C बनाती है.
बड़ा C बनाती है.
हाँ, उल्टा लेकिन. Not like this, like this. Right?
Okay.
So that as the baby is born and the baby starts walking, then your cervical and lumbar वो फिर उल्टा सी बन जाता है.
Okay.
लेकिन when the baby is in the womb, it is just जिसको हम कहते हैं ना fetal position. Right? तो पूरा spine एक ही C shape में होता है.
Okay.
So that's why thoracic and sacral are known as primary because they don't change. They stay the way they are. Whereas cervical and lumbar, they change. Sorry, cervical and lumbar, they change.
Cervical lumbar. ठीक है.
That's why they are known as secondary, क्योंकि वो पहले से change हो.
Okay.
Got it? So now we know why cervical and lumbar are where is this? The primary curve are thoracic and sacral are why they are called as primary curve, and cervical and lumbar are called secondary curve. Okay, chalo, let's move on to the ribs.
The body has 12 pair of ribs, 7 pair of true ribs in which the costal.
Hold on. One more will go. One more curve. This is known as scoliosis. You see here.
Scoliosis.
ये जब हो जाता है abnormally, इसको scoliosis बोलते हैं, which is known as lateral deviation of the spine.
Lateral deviation.
right? Or kyphosis you can see here.
Kyphosis, हाँ.
Right? So
Okay.
hyperkyphosis और
तो सर ये
kyphosis.
सब ठीक कैसे होता है? क्योंकि ये मैंने देखा है, जैसे स्कोलियोसिस मेरे हस्बैंड को देखा हुआ है, ऐसा पोस्चर हुआ है उनका.
नहीं, तो
बट वो
स्कोलियोसिस नहीं.
ठीक.
स्कोलियोसिस इट्स बेसिकली कंजेनाइटल. कंजेनाइटल मीन्स बर्थ डिफेक्ट.
ओके.
अच्छा, अब there are certain scoliotic changes that happens due to probably the way you sit in a chair or probably, so that can be corrected, but because they are congenital, यानी ये अगर let's say for example मैं ये पेन लेता हूँ और ये रिफिल लेता हूँ, अगर ये रिफिल को मैं ऐसे बेंड कर दूं, राइट, तो मैं इसको चेंज कर सकता हूँ. लेकिन अगर ये रिफिल ही बेंड बनी हुई आई है तो मैं इसको चेंज नहीं कर सकता, क्योंकि मैं सीधा करने जाऊंगा तो ये टूट जाएगी. राइट, तो कंजेनाइटल मीन्स ये ऐसी बनी हुई ही आती है.
बनी हुई है.
हाँ, बट यू हैव टू ट्रीट इट इन अ वेरी वेरी अर्ली स्टेज, क्योंकि तब टिश्यू चेंज होते हैं. लेकिन एज वी नो 18-19 साल के बाद ग्रोथ प्लेट फ्यूज हो जाता है, फिर बोन स्ट्रक्चर में चेंज करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट,
मुश्किल है.
हाँ. बट इन टर्म्स ऑफ स्कोलियोसिस एंड काइफोसिस कंजेनाइटल कंडीशन, मोस्टली दे आर दो इंटरवेंशन उनके लिए होते हैं, एक सर्जिकल, एक नॉन सर्जिकल. नॉन सर्जिकल में फिजियोथेरेपी, एक्सरसाइज, स्ट्रेचिंग, एंड सर्जिकल में स्पाइन को खोल के वहां पे रॉड्स बिठा के उसको धीरे 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 स्ट्रेट करते, जैसे हम ब्रेसेस नहीं लगाते, वैसे स्पाइन को ब्रेसेस लगाते.
ठीक है.
राइट, ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट.
Ribs. The body has 12 pair of ribs. 7 are the true ribs in which the costal cartilage articulates directly within the sternum, and the 5 pair that do not articulate directly within the sternum. The costal cartilage ribs 8, 9, and 10 articulates with the costal cartilage of the adjacent superior rib. The cartilaginous ends of ribs 11 and 12 are free from articulation.
Okay, so let's look at ribs. What are true ribs? So first, which types of ribs are there?
12 pair of ribs. So 7 are true ribs and 5 are there is no name. The 5 do not articulate directly to the sternum.
Okay, so if we can see here, true ribs and false ribs. Here in the image you can easily see. So 1 to 7 are true ribs. Why? Because ये जो articular cartilage है वो 1 से 7 सारे ribs का खुद का है. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 ribs का खुद का ही articular cartilage है. But 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. 11 and 12 तो floating है. उनका तो कोई articular cartilage ही नहीं है.
है ही नहीं.
हाँ, but 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. नहीं,
8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10. They are false ribs. 8, 9, 10 are false ribs. Why? Because they fuse with the cartilage of the upper rib, which is the 7th rib.
हाँ. Which is attached to the 7.
Yeah, that's why they are known as false ribs. So 1 to 7 true, 8 to 12, 8 to 10 false, and 11 and 12 are
free,
floating.
The space between the ribs are called intercostal spaces. The palpation of the
these spaces are called intercostal spaces. दोनों ribs के बीच में.
Palpation of the intercostal spaces of the true ribs is important for correct placement of electrocardiology, ECG. हाँ.
Right. तो हमें intercostal spaces palpate करना आना चाहिए, right? And once you know how to palpate them, why you need to know? Because you need to count the ribs and you need to place the electrode at a precise location so that we get the perfect reading.
Okay. Sternum. Sternum lies in the midline of the chest. and has three parts: manubrium, the body, and the
Xiphoid process.
xiphoid.
Right? So there are three parts: manubrium, the sternal body, and the xiphoid process. This is a complete sternum.
The sternal angle is slightly raised surface landmark where the manubrium meets the body of the sternum.
Okay, so when the area where the manubrium and the body meet, the surface is slightly raised. जब आप
Okay.
palpate करोगे तो आपको feel होगा.
Okay. The xiphoid process is also a surface landmark situated at the bottom of the sternum and in the middle of the inferior border of the rib cage. The palpation of the xiphoid is necessary for cardiopulmonary resus
Resuscitation.
resuscitation. Okay.
Cardiopulmonary
CPR.
resuscitation means
C
put it into an acronym and you will know.
CPR.
Cardiopulmonary. Yes, exactly.
Palpation of the manubrium helps to determine proper paddle placement in defibrillation.
हाँ, defibrillation means
नहीं पता.
वो जेल लगाते हैं दो पेडल्स पे, टुक टुक.
हाँ, हाँ.
That is called
Okay.
defibrillation. तो अगर आपको पता है कि मेन्यूब्रियम कहाँ है, मेन्यूब्रियम मीन्स द टॉप ऑफ द स्टर्नम, तो आपको फिर वो पैडल्स का पोजीशन पता चलेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि हार्ट इज लोकेटेड जस्ट वो उसके पीछे ऐसे ही हार्ट, तो आपको ऊपर से नीचे उसको लोकेट करना है.
Locate. Okay. Appendicular skeleton includes the bone of the arms and legs of the pectoral and pelvic girdles. The function to attach the limbs of the trunk is clavicle, scapula, upper arm, and forearm. Include the bones of the arms and legs. Okay. Function to attach the limb of the trunk. Clavicle articulate with the sternal manubrium proximally and the scapula distally and are positioned just superior to the first rib.
Okay.
Palpation of the clavicle helps to determine electrode placement of ECG and defibrillation.
Okay.
So clavicle क्या है?
Clavicle is collarbone. This is clavicle.
Okay. Scapula are situated on the posterior side of the body in the region of the first 7 ribs. Each scapula has two important landmarks. The inferior angle used to skinfold inferior angle at the bottom of the scapula forming a junction between the medial and lateral border, and acromion process, the bony process at the most lateral part of the shoulder.
Okay. So here, first of all, what is appendicular skeleton? Appendicular skeleton is everything besides the axial skeleton. What is axial skeleton? Skull, ribs,
Vertebral column.
and vertebral column. Skull, thoracic cage, yani ribs, and vertebral column becomes the axial skeleton. What is appendicular skeleton? Appendicular skeleton are your limbs, your pelvic girdles, yani do pelvis.
Hands and
so
legs.
your limb, upper limb, lower limb,
limbs,
and
lower limb.
do pelvic girdles. Those become your
appendicular skeleton.
Axial skeleton. Sorry, appendicular
axial
skeleton. Yes. Axial is the center, appendicular skeleton. Now, what is the function of the appendicular skeleton? Now, function to attach the limb to the trunk. One, तो पहला जो clavicle है, clavicle यानी आपका collarbone, clavicle articulates with the sternal manubrium proximally. If you see in the image 1.4 in the book, right? और अगर ये इमेज अगर मैं खोलता हूं तो अगर आप इसमें देख सकते हो, this is the clavicle, right? You can see the clavicle here, right? So what they are saying is कि clavicle articulates with the sternal manubrium proximally. Proximally यानी what does proximal mean? What does proximal mean?
Proximal is nearest to the body.
Nearer to the center of the body.
Center of the body.
So what they are saying is clavicle articulates यानी joins with the manubrium of the sternum proximally. ये उसका proximal end है क्योंकि ये center के नजदीक है. And distally, अब distally क्या लिखा है उन्होंने? The scapula and the scapula distally and are positioned just superior to the first rib. So the clavicle is articulated, yani it joins with the scapula distally and joins with the manubrium proximally, and it is positioned just above the first rib. Right? In the image, everything is clear.
Okay.
Right? So that's scapula. Now, why is it important? Because palpation of the scapula helps to determine the ECG placement and again the defibrillator paddle placement. Right? That's why it is important for us to know the position of the clavicle. Now, then comes the scapula. अब scapula के बारे में क्या कह रहे हैं? Let's look at the scapula.
Situated on the posterior side of the body in the region of the first seven ribs.
Okay.
Each scapula has two landmarks: inferior angle at the bottom of the scapula, forming the junction between the medial and lateral borders.
Okay. So एक मिनट मैं इधर से परफेक्ट इमेज आपके लिए निकालता हूँ स्कैपुला का बॉडी के साथ, तो आपको आइडिया आ जाएगा. Okay, right here with the body. Okay, so now scapula आपको दिख रहा है इधर? This is the scapulary bone. Right, now what they are saying about scapula is scapulae are situated. Why? Because there are two scapulas. All right, so scapulae are situated posteriorly, yani पीछे के side of the body. Right, you can feel your scapula. Try.
हाँ ये रहा. Shoulder blade कह सकते हैं जैसे.
हाँ, okay. Right, so and it's positioned on the superior posterior side of the body in the region of the first 7 ribs. So exactly in the region of the true rib. Scapula covers the true ribs, right?
Two ribs.
नीचे तक. फिर each scapula has two main important landmarks. Landmark यानी points which we can use to guide someone or which we can use to locate something. So it has two important landmarks. One, the inferior angle. So this is the inferior angle. This is the inferior angle, right? The inferior angle is used to locate the skin fold site. So जो वो fat caliper है, right? या तो skin fold measurement हम जब करते हैं तो वो skin fold measurement exactly inferior border के नीचे से लेना होता है. When we are doing fitness testing.
Okay.
Right? So it says that forming the junction between the medial and lateral border. So this is the medial border. You can see this is the medial border and this is the lateral border. So ये जो junction है, that is called the
ये
inferior
midpoint हो गया ना?
This is called the inferior angle.
Inferior angle.
Right? Now let's look at the acromion process. Right. So what is the acromion process? This is the acromion process. This is the acromion process.
Okay.
Right. Now, what do they say about it's the bony process at the most lateral part of the shoulder. Acromion process is this is the spine of the scapula. This is the acromion process. This is the acromion process.
So this is a bony part, the bony process.
Ha.
Okay.
Right. If I can, right there. Here you can see it clearly. This is the acromion process. This is the spine of the scapula. And this is the acromion process. Got it?
Okay.
Okay.
Upper arm, the humerus proximally articulates with the glenoid fossa of the scapula and distally articulates with the ulna and radius.
Okay, very clear here. So the upper arm, the humerus. This is the humerus bone. This bone. Right. So this bone is the humerus bone, and here it says superiorly it articulates with the
glenoid fossa.
This articulates with the glenoid fossa of the scapula, and inferiorly it articulates with the radius and ulna. Got it? So this is the humerus.
Okay.
Okay. Then we
the
have
most easily palpable aspects of the humerus are the medial and lateral epicondyles at its distal end.
Yes. These are the medial and lateral epicondyles. This one.
Okay.
Palpable यानी आप उसको महसूस कर सकते हो.
The epicondyles are located for elbow with the measurement of estimating frame size.
हाँ, तो एक चीज आती है जो यूजुअली इतना फिटनेस में हम यूज नहीं करते because height and weight, height is something that usually does not change. So we don't need to measure. But height we need to measure to calculate the BMI, body mass index. Right?
Forearm. The forearm includes two bones, the radius and ulna. The most prominent bony landmark of the proximal forearm is the olecranon process on the posterior ulna.
Okay. Radius and ulna एक बार देखते हैं.
सर मेरे को ये समझ आ गई, ये वाला है ना ये this part.
So right there, this is a good image. Okay, so ये radius and ulna है. All right, this is the anterior view. Right, and this is the olecranon process.
Okay. At the distal end of the forearm are the radial styloid process lately and the ulnar styloid process medially. These areas help to identify the proper location of the accessing radial pulse.
Right. So here you can see the styloid processes. These are the styloid processes of ulna, and this is the styloid process of the radius. Right.
Right. So lower body कल पढ़ लेते हैं.
Okay.
456.
एक बार ये हो जाएगा ना, ये lower body, then we are done. Why? Because joints हमने सारा कर लिया. इसमें जो है classifications हमने कर लिया है, types हमने कर लिया है, characteristics हमने कर लिया है, फिर muscle हमने कर लिया है, muscular system फिर से हम थोड़ा briefly एक बार देख लेंगे. Right?
ठीक है.
कार्डियोवास्कुलर सिस्टम भी हमने कवर कर लिया है, सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम एक बार ब्रीफली देख लेंगे. सो कल पूरा ये रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम तक फिर से फिनिश कर लेंगे,
कंप्लीट कर लेंगे. हाँ.
हाँ. राइट. और रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम परसों। एक मिनट, ये वीक में मैंने क्या टारगेट क्या निकाला था फिनिश करने के लिए? एनाटॉमी एंड बायोमैकेनिक्स। तो हमें एनाटॉमी भी करना था और बायोमैकेनिक्स भी करना था, यानी we were supposed to be finished with this till page 25. week 1 में 25 पेज तक खत्म हो जाना चाहिए था, but we will be able to finish probably half of it.
हो जाएगा सर, ट्राई करते हैं जल्दी फिनिश करने का।
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get it done quickly, right? Good. First chapter anyways takes long because it's the basics that you're learning, right?
Okay.
Oh, 4:28 हो गया. You have class
Sir,
today?
I will, it will start in 2 minutes.
You will what?
People will come, Sir, I was thinking, चलो ठीक है, वो तो मैं कल बात करती हूँ आपसे, अभी तो लेट हो जाऊंगी, अभी मेरे को टाइम लगेगा बात करने में।
ठीक है।
और I'll just text you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, sir.